It's not really a tough decision in which footwear we need today. We're gonna need the rubber boots. Well, it is a little funny today. Obviously, it's wet again. Friday, the conversation was that, oh no, even if it's raining, as long as the trucks can get in, then the footings will get poured. And I was a little skeptical, given that I knew how much rain they were forecasting. And sure enough, that amount of rain and more has arrived. So let's do a quick check to see what is going to need to be done. Not that we are going to pump water anytime soon today, because they're talking it's going to continue for at least another 12 or 18 hours. So, footing number 1. Yeah, that'll need to be pumped. Well, the waterfall's a nice touch. I actually am feeling better about the whole situation because I am waking up to the fact that this is not going to be done by the time I kind of wanted it to be done. So it is what it is. He can't control it. The pit. There's enough in there, but it's actually not as bad as I would have thought. Let's just worry about the normal day-to-day stuff. One job that needs to be done, we should probably grease up the loader and the feed mixer. We also can move a bunch of cows around. Get some of the bred heifers, the pregnant heifers, over to Dad's, and some of the ones close to calving back here to calve here. Whoa! You better stop there. We've also got to mark out from our preg checks today. We've got to enter them in the computer so we can keep track of who's going to calve when out of what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 we preg checked this morning. 6 are in calf. Not bad. 1 is going to have twins. Jana is going to have twins. Not always ideal for a cow. They can have twins. It's not really great for them, but nothing much you can do now. So we'll get them entered. Well, I gotta say this turned ugly pretty fast. It's what, up 6 feet in the last 6 hours? We clearly are running into the issue that there's just like, where does water go when everything is so saturated? We had this dam built up after one of the big rains last week. Clearly it's not high enough. I've got my shovel. We're gonna try to block this back up. Going him. And just like that, we're back to night shore. We got to feed, then we're going to milk cows, and did get a call from Gerber and AKKO. They're figuring on pouring those footings tomorrow morning. Good morning. It's about 7 o'clock. Cows are fed. I got them done. Dad got cows milked. Mom's working on calves now. Sorry if it's a bit dark. I'm trudging through the drive shed because what we need is more hose, more pipe. We have the challenge, I think, of the fact that if we pump to where we have been pumping, we're just going to basically have it come back in a loop on us. We don't want that anymore. So pull a bit more pipe from the back of the drive shed, grab a few more fittings, get everything together. The priority is going to be to drop that pump in that deep pool, just because it's going to take so long. Already got 2 footing trenches pumped this morning. Let's see if we can get the rest. They'll actually run the concrete for a few of those footings. Well, it's running over there again. Yeah, we definitely got a bit of water. Okay, well, we'll drop the pump there. Well, we'll use that tile as our mark. That's how high the water is. Almost up to where that water line was, right there. That's our mark. I know it's not flowing at any tremendous rate, but I think it will be amazing how much will flow in 12 hours. And if we need to, we'll pump through the night. Whatever it takes to get these walls formed and get them formed fast. Nice. First of the footings poured. This wall and the wall over there are poured. That's a nice feeling to get some of this done. Unfortunately, a little more rain has moved in, despite the fact that they were not predicting it this morning, but it's coming in off the lake. It's just blowing in like we get lake effect snow this time of year. When it kind of starts to get cold like it is today, you also can get lake effect rain, which isn't exactly what we need, but can't do much about it. So we're still going to work in it. It's not too heavy. We're going to keep working at this because the hope is that, well, especially down here, that walls can start to get formed up, along with adding in the forms for the footings for the last little chunks they didn't get done. So the problem we have to solve is the fact that we've been running that water pump for, I don't know, maybe 5 hours now, and we've made progress on maybe 6 inches on, I don't know what's in there, 6-8 feet of water. So we've got to solve that. Sunshine, that's what we need. Putting in the second pump is actually making a difference. It's pumping definitely faster now. Chances are that's gonna stay in for the night, and we might have to check it once or twice through the middle of the night, but I told them I would have that pumped out for them in the morning, and I planned on doing just that. So whatever it takes, we'll get it pumped out. And yeah, it feels like maybe we're moving a little bit of water. It just really would help if it quit raining. I had to sacrifice that boot this morning at 5:30. I just couldn't get her out. But the good news is we got the water out. Now we'll just dig the mud, and then they can drop the forms in, and let's see how quick it can get formed up. I think I could get this out without falling. Well, there we have it. Mud scraped off around the outside. Water scraped off the top. I think in pretty good shape. When I mentioned I would ensure that this was ready to form walls by this afternoon for them, I did not realize that what they'd actually be waiting for is an excavator that no one bothered to call to get the outside cleared up so they can put the forms up easier. So, after spending the night doing it, I was a little annoyed that I did not, that was not shared or communicated, but I am breathing better now. And we will move on, and we will hopefully get something done with these walls before the next big rain in 2 days. Ha! I think that generator sound is the most common sound we have going on this site now, because all we do, as we're doing again, is pumping water. But that's okay. The update. After my couple of beers and being angry Wednesday afternoon, I do got to give it credit to the company that's been excavating here, that's been coming and going. Kevin from that company came out Wednesday night at like 5 with the excavator to tidy up the mud around that so that things could progress. So that was awesome. And then the company forming the walls, they came in and they got some forms in on Thursday and tied a little rebar around a couple of other spots. But that is going to be where manure and a manure pump sit. So that was nice on Thursday. Unfortunately, nothing got poured Thursday, and then it rained Friday another inch and some. So now this is Saturday morning, and I'm trying to keep ahead of water, pumping water out, and then water from the top is pumping out to the ditch. So between the two, hopefully we can keep this tidy the conversation is that the last of the footings and this will get poured Monday, and fingers crossed, not that I believe a weather forecast, but fingers crossed that next week the forecast actually looks like we might have at least only a little bit of rain instead of, you know, big rain. So I can feel it. At some point, this site's going to change big, and man, let's hope it's this next week.